Alright, I think we're good. Hello everybody, my name is Bosco and welcome to the stream. For this stream, I'm more or less doing what I did last time with the exception of, I'm just getting the music settled. I'm more or less doing what I did last time with the exception of two other characters. And I think I found the right document this time, so yeah, let's just get into it. So I can't really, again, put in who is gonna be who, but you know. This is just to avoid copyright if I can. Anyway, but yes. So just going into this, I feel like Rin should have. Or I'll probably put it there for Rin. For her, if should she have an X mode? Because I also have my previous video I did on the game up. This is just so I have a reference as to what our moves look like one more time. Okay, so yeah. X mode, I don't think she'll have an X mode. Rin anyway, because Rin is a 4-star. And I know a lot of people would say, well, she should have one, but no. 4-star master. Pretty much, yeah. X mode. N/A. B mode. E. So what should her E be? This is the hard part with Rin. I can't really. Her moveset is. We could give her an enhanced buff. So, like, she could have a buff move. Because she's a fighter and also a mage at that. But the problem with this. I could give her. She also. This is hard. I could definitely like give her something like a enhanced buff, which like lets her have a buff to her moves. But I could also give her some fighting moves. So let's go with this. E enhance. Let's give that basic. Odin. Gotta think here about the timing of each thing, because we did have one, and I think if I look through my staff chat here again. Yeah, I had that with me. I don't know what happened to it. Oh, damn it. I'm gonna have to remove it. Yeah, just let me open this real quick. Sorry. I could have sworn I had that, so here we go. I'm gonna be redoing something real quick. So this, okay. Okay, so yeah, I have to do something real quick here, so... I feel like this should also kill the person. Yeah, this should kill the person if used. Let me make sure I have that. It is easier to switch back after. Yeah, so let me just see here. There we just. Yeah, this looking. Yeah, so the X mode is more or less for Heaven's Feel. Yeah, okay, I get it now. I just had to redo because we've been working so long on Saber. I keep forgetting how we're doing the other ones. It's just been that long that we've been working on this, so it's very finicky sometimes with my memory and everything with this game. But I mean, I shouldn't really complain. Our move, I'd say. I'd say that's fair because like you're throwing up to 3 and like they're not gonna do as much damage. T roundhouse. Guard breaks, obviously. G. This is where it gets tricky. I don't exactly know what her G should be. I'm trying to remember what exactly she actually had as an ultimate. I can either A, give her pendant. You know, it's her pendant. I feel like that would be fairly fair. Using And because is capable of multi-bandage. Problem is, I'm trying to figure out what the hell it does. If someone could tell me what the main basics of that sword is, I could definitely put that in for her ult. So ults will be jeweled sword, jeweled sword. Yeah, I'll make this her ult. The problem is, I just need to figure out what the hell it means. No, I hate it when anytime you're looking up something, it just automatically just. I'd say basic is this is a slashing sword. I'd say it does a good 50%, 45% damage. I think 45% sound good to everyone? I say 45% sounds good. It's fine, it's fine. I'd say the most basic of it is that it does at least a good slashing attack. I don't really know the basics of that sword in general. But I'd say it does at least a good 45%, considering she is 4-star. So that seems fair. Does it guard break? Most likely guards break. But I feel like, let's look at her moveset so far. So, she doesn't have an X mode, which is fine. E is, I can either give her E be like an attack, or a basic, She's pretty basic right now. I can either give her like a buff attack, which is enhanced. It enhances her M1s, basically. If used with R after, you can basically do a guard break. So she technically has 2 guard breaks, that being her T move and her R move. Normally the R move will not do a guard break if you don't use the E either. And the E move will have like a sort of medium range. So like Rin is basically like your default thing you can get at the beginning of the game. Alright, next character is... Ooh, this is actually going to be a hard one. Because, like, I mulled over the fact of how I'm going to create this guy. Nameless. Or as people might know him as Archer. Here's the problem with Archer. There are so many possibilities as to what we could give him. But I think I know of one. So, X mode. Trace on. Now, for what we know of, a passive increases, let's just say, speed and attack. Now, these passives might not be in the game, in the final product. This is just my own thoughts of everything. Let's see here. It has Lance, dashes to the nearest person, and does a flurry of jabs. I just don't know if this should be a guard break or not. Guard. I'd say this is not really a guard, not guard break. But the problem is which one is R move. So like the X mode is like you get a whole new move set. This is a bit more powerful kind of move set, so stuff like that. What should his R move be? Because I have to think here. Because I want his, I have an idea of what it should be. I don't know what his R move should be. This move can't be a guard break one. I'd say if we're thinking about what other things he can use it for, I'd say at most homing snipe. That feels like a good one. feel like that's fair. T. T move. What should his T move be? Oh, I know. Cald Gold, if I spelled that right. Jump into the air and snipe from... G moves the same, but you will not have an X mode. Okay, so with that out of the way, B, E. So these are his passive moves now. What is most basic moves? That is true. That is true. But would it be fair, Vampire? I'm just wondering, would that be fair? I could make it like that, but in my own honesty, would that be fair? However, might. You know what? Yeah, it should guard break. It's a flurry of blows. This is his like trace on mode. I feel like that. Okay, so this is the passive now. So we got passive moves. These are his most basic ones, like your most basic skills. E. Because I'm trying. This is Shiro because we have 3 different Shiros in game. Like I should say this out in the chat. In the game, you can play as both FSN Shiro, UBW Shiro, and Heaven's Field Shiro. Archer here is the combination of all of them, to say. At the very least, experience-wise. So, like, his moveset will be very similar, however, much better than theirs in some way. Because they all have their own drawbacks, with Heaven's Field Shiro being the strongest of the Shiros. However, his moveset does hurt him a lot. So it needs to be, I think, at the most likelihood, because I have a very special thing for everyone here when I get to his G, is that he will have, I think, his E move should definitely be projection. But the problem with this is this. We could definitely make projection be the same as projection, same as UBW Shiro, meaning like he can summon 1 or 2 shorts. However, he's gonna have a different kind of way of doing things. Sword ability. He will have like his R move, the sword ability. So that means like they do about the same thing. T, however, flurry. And this will I could definitely also give him. I could either do that, or I could make T move idea 2 evade. I could give him evade. I could definitely do evade. Like if I think about it, evade could be a good idea. Problem is this: we don't have really an evade mechanic, but like it might be good. But anyway, back to the G move. We all know it. Unlimited blade works. Now, this is where Archer's moveset very much differs from everyone else's. So, of course, you got your most basic sword volley. Can snipe anyone from the entire map, basically. However, that's his E move, basically. I could give him his X mode, but I feel like that'd be too unfair. Because he's still 4-star. Keep that in mind. Archer here, Nameless here, is a 4-star servant. I know, but I mean, that is how it is canonically in FGO, so we're going to make it like that. R. I'd say maybe. Greater volley. Yes, greater volley. Oh no, wait, no, I remember. R, I have an idea. Oh, I could actually, you know what? I could make his T move actually be this. Row Ayaz. So like his default block animation. I should probably put that in here. Default block animation will be Rose Ayaz. You know, I'm actually gonna change something here. I'm gonna change the homing snipe on his passive here to be Rosaya. Because I feel like that's better, honestly. This will be block any attack, including an MP, so including an ultimate, for 1 turn. If a ult attacks, it blocks and breaks. Regular attacks can be blocked, but only 3 times. Meaning you have to attack that person 3 times in order for it to break. And during an ult, if the person is in front of someone, it will block it for them. I feel like that's cool. Like you know, but I will put a little. I'll put a dent on this. Drains the health of the user. So like, Rosaya is much better with Archer, but it's gonna take a lot of his. It's gonna take a lot of his health. Like it's gonna drain you very hard as a punishment, because it's a very good block, but it's gonna drain you basically. It is gonna be punishing. I feel like that's fair. Okay, so Unlimited Blade Works. Rosaya again, probably as a default block. Rosaya, but I could make it something else. Rosaya is like you'll still be able to move while using it, but I also want to add something else, and this is where he's going to be different. AoE surrounds people and can snipe anyone from the entire map. Yeah, this is going to be like how he looks in FGO. Now his T move is different. Excalibur launches a guard break beam of light from his underhand. Meaning, like, he grabs it by the hilt, he slashes it upwards, and then it breaks. So, like, yes, Archer can use Excalibur in this. I want him to have that because, canonically speaking, he can technically use Excalibur. He said it himself, is that he can use it, he can make an almost identical copy of Excalibur, he just chooses not to. Now, of course, these are not going to be the final things, but I feel like this is fair. This is most likely fair for Archer. Like, yeah, we're trying to make this as neat, but also fair. Flurry, grow the swords, and do a dash attack that can trap an opponent in a flurry of blows. Can block, maybe, but does about 30 to, let's say, 32% damage. I feel like that's pretty good. Cal Ball, yeah, but that will knock you out of your X. I mean, if you use your G move during X, it's still gonna thing. So like once you use X mode, you can't switch back. That's the thing. Unless you use a move that can knock you out of it. Now it might change during the time. Like I could change it to where you could change out of your X mode and everything. Like there's like a little cooldown to go back into X mode. But it's like until the cooldown ends, it's gonna take a while for that to like fill up. So I'll have to like think on that. Idea, let people go into X mode, but with huge cooldown drop. Yeah, maybe that might be a thing because I'm still like lamenting on how I should do this. All right, so unlimited blade work, sword volley, AOE. So it will surround a bunch. It will surround everyone with a bunch of swords, and it'll just snipe, kill you. Like it won't like one shot you, but it will deal a good 40 to 45% damage wise. So that seems fair. Rosiah, block for a good 10, let's say 10 seconds. 10 seconds at the most, not like a full minute or anything. Excalibur, I'd say this does about like 60% damage. Because it's nearly a perfect copy. Medium range. It doesn't cover the entire map, but it will, you know, it's a good medium range attack. Welcome to the channel. Right now, I'm now doing, alright, I think we got everyone from there, so now we head into the better parts. Look, that's the joke. We can't use. I don't really care about what their names are. I could ask on, and next we have FSN Shiro. Oh yeah, so I have to do FSN. FSN Shiro will be really easy actually. All right, so there is there. 7. So FS. So we'll just say student. Yeah, student. Student or trainee? Student, most likely student, because I don't really care about, like, you know, name-wise, because, again, we can't use the actual names due to copyright. But, like, again, if you guys want to know who they are, go to my Discord. No, FSN Shiro will be the weakest. He's gonna only be a 3-star, and he's not gonna really have a great moveset. And his moveset will just be mainly X mode, N/A. Left, pipe, enhance. So his E move will just be enhance again. Buffs, attack. Actually, you know what? E, left hook. Does not guard break. R, pipe. Does guard break. So he's really just gonna be basic MF. I could give him his swords. I could definitely do that. But I don't want to. Because this guy is the most basic out of all of them. Yeah. He's not gonna have a lot going for him. T. N/A. G, however, is where it goes. Avalon. Counter move that can block and So this basically means can also counter one-shots. So this is the only move that he's actually going to be really overpowered with. So if you have a one-shot move and you use it on FSN Shiro when Avalon's activated, all that damage will go back to you instead. Because Avalon will basically block the person. True, but in games, he can use it. So, Adrianello did bring up a good point, and that is a good point. I should use Excalibur. However, I should do this. However, ends alt immediately. I should say this. It should end his alt immediately if used. So, like, Excalibur, you will only have, this will just drain your alt completely. Sword Volley won't, meaning like this is a move you can maybe spam a bit. Maybe just spam a bit. It's like how it works in FGO, where it just surrounds all the enemies. It's just gonna surround all your guys. Rosiah will just be this. Now, will he have his other movesets? Maybe. I feel like he should. Yeah, I think I'll change this. G the same, but you can also, yeah, I'll just say same. Can use X. I'll say this is G. X mode. Same. But more powerful. Yeah, we'll give him his X mode and his unlimited blade works. I feel like that might be a bit too much, but I feel like also he should just have some other moves other than his sword volley and Excalibur. Okay, so that's FSN Shiro. I can't really, because like I either put like what I'm trying to remember. What did I call Heaven's Feel Shiro? The hero again? Oh, I don't know. I'll have to think of the names when I can do this, but that is FSN Shiro. So he's done right there. Shiros are done. He's not gonna have anything else. He's basically, he only has a left hook and a pike. That's basically all you got with him. And a counter move that can counter pretty much anything, with the exception being that that's his only awakening, so he's not that great, but he's pretty much standard for 3 stars. Meaning, like, you're gonna most likely get him when you start the game, so stuff like that. What should my, okay, so number 8 needs to be, and I'm looking at my servant list here. We already got UBW Shiro done. We can now I just need to figure out what kind of servant I want to do next. We're already doing Saber, so that one's already done. Hercules, oh yeah, we gotta, Hercules is gonna be next, I forget. Oh god, this is gonna be pain. Yeah, that's right. Berserker. I probably misspelled that, but whatever. Heracles. Alright. 4-star servant. Berserker type. Yeah, okay, so X mode. I don't think he should have an X mode. X mode by default will be, he won't have that, because by default he's gonna have a passive ability. Passive ability has up to, I'm trying to remember here, yes, 13 times. I'm trying to remember again because it's been a long time. trying to remember here. Okay, so yeah, okay, so a passive ability has up to 6 lives, meaning you need to kill him 7 times at least. This is because will increase number later on when interludes are added. So yes. Debuff. All berserkers will have slow speed that might gain momentum. That might gain over time. So this basically means Hercules will be the slowest servant. This is to be fair, because I'm not giving it an X mode or anything. He's already overpowered enough. X mode. Does not apply. E. Slam. Use your axe to slam. It's either an axe or sword. I don't really. Use your sword, I guess. Use your sword to slam on an enemy into the ground. Maybe so. No, you know what? I have a better idea because this will be his emu will be his most basic one. Slash doesn't guard break. Basic slash attack does about a good 30% damage. Maybe I'll do that. You know what? 15 to 21% because this isn't a berserker. They're gonna deal more damage, of course. R grab someone by the head and throw them in the air to slam them back down into the ground. Does guard break. This is gonna be like a horrifying scene I want people to see. A big hulking monster that will just break through your guard with his fist alone. Showing that even with his E move, he's holding back. And does about 45%, I'd say. You know, it does 45%. T move. This is a hard one. I can either make it his T move be roar. Yeah, let's just give him a roar. Buffs attack. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yes. More like you need to kill him first, kind of thing. So while Herc and other berserkers do more damage, they take a bit more damage too, along with limited speed. Because to be fair, keep in mind, berserkers are very tough. They're very tough guys. They do tons of damage, but they're like glass cannons. So while strong, they will have heavy debuffs to make it fair. However, we are doing them justice by making them a bit more accurate. So like, you know, Herc here, he's gonna like he's pretty sure his attacks hit a lot of damage. Now we could give him a thing where he does more damage over time, but by that would kind of be a bit unfair in my opinion. That would be kind of unfair. But like at the same time, he doesn't have an X mode because that'd just be way too unfair for people. His E move, I might switch up with. I might switch the roar thing with his E move. So let me just paste this, copy this, paste this, and then copy this, paste this right here. Get rid of that thing right there. There we go. So, you know, there we go. Much better. Okay. Yeah. So he has a buff attack, a slash attack, along with a basic, you know, let's see here, 9 lives. The nearest person gets trapped in a flurry of consecutive blows. Each one does more damage each time. Nine times. Each one does more damage each time. So basically, first one does a bit of damage, but all of that up to a big damage. So this one will lead up to a good 70%, I'd say, because it is her. I might give him a thing where if he's down to his last life, he does a lot more damage, but gets slower. That might be a thing, really. So I could do it like that, where I give him the justice of idea. If on last life does get slower, but more powerful. So you know he's gonna be very powerful already, but if he's on his last life, let's say you get him down to his first life, he's gonna be slower, meaning it's much easier to kill him, but he's gonna hit you hard. He's gonna hit back hard. Alright, next one we need to do is Erisville, I believe. So this is a rough draft, keep in mind. I'm making a rough draft for myself. I could at the very least. So yeah, now we're on to the fact of I need to make another character, and that will be. Let's do Sakura. Yeah, let's do Sakura. Sakura's gonna be hard. I'll say it right now. Actually, you know what? Let's do it in order. Aerisfell. Ilya. Yeah, Ilya. I'll just call her the child. I don't really know what else to like call her. I call her princess or like the snow princess, but like again, this is gonna be kind of hard. I don't want to give her the child. The child sounds good. Ilya. And I'll give her a 4-star master ranking. 4-star master. X mode. She doesn't need an X mode. No, I think masters in the 4-star rating, unless they are high in power, will not have an X mode. N/A. Stuff like that. E move. She's a long range user from what we see in the show. She's long ranged. She does not have much going for her besides that. Now, should I give her the ability to summon Berserker? Maybe. Maybe. But at the same time, I feel like that would be unfair. E. Bird. medium range, does not guard break. Let me get some music in here because it is kind of dull without any music.
Dream about us again last night. This time we were standing by the ocean and watching the sunset. Your hair and your dress.
10 to 50%. Now, I do have an idea for her ult. Kneecap. Let's give her Timu. Kneecap. Perfect. Kick the opponent in the knees. Aim for their shins.
So I had a dream about us again last night. This time we were standing by the ocean and watching the sunset. Your hair and your dress gently flowed in the wind. As beautiful as ever. He sat down.
It's either there or there, Kneecaps. I'll see. Could be. Perfect. Heaven's Feel. Heaven's Feel. The Heaven's Feel dress, which will kill her, however, will heal her servant, allowing them to fight until they lose their health or the ult timer is done. Oh, so will heal teammates. So it's like with Hercules, you see. Hercules was able to still fight when his master was dead. Where I'm making it like Heaven's Feel works in the way that it will resurrect a defeated servant. If the servant is already not dead, it will just heal them, but they can still fight on until either they're killed or the timer for the ult is done. So that will allow you to get some extra points, and it will also heal your teammates.
And our future together. I thought about how lucky I was to have you in my life. You brought me so much joy, love, happiness.
And I think that's pretty good. Only heal the teammates on what they have selected. If they are on masters, then the servants don't get healed. If on servants, the masters don't get healed. Timer should be a good 20, maybe to 20, maybe like a good, I'd say 15 seconds at least. Yeah, that feels right for her. And this is the correct Heaven's Feel. I'll do something different for her mother, Irisfell, later down the line. But yeah, I feel like that's a good one. For her, because she's not gonna have a lot going for her. She is. We didn't see a lot of the magic at the very least in Fate's Day Night, because I'm basing the moveset off of that. But she does use like some magic, but not a lot. That's the problem. like she does have magical power, but I mean, like from a lot, I'm like even basing it off of it. She is, you know, I didn't. Oh, that's not right. What the hell? Or the yeah. Next one will be, we'll go to like, which one? How many? 10? 10. Yep, 10. This one will be Sakura, and I guess I could just go her. I could call her Void because of the. I'm gonna call her Alice. I might change that, but like the imaginary element thing gives me a lot of vibes from like Alice in Wonderland. Now the problem is, what is her power? I should say. X mode N/A. Now Sakura is powerful. I'll give her that. The imaginary element thing is very powerful. I'm just trying to imagine what could I do. Like, I don't want to do the whole brainwashing of servants thing, though. If anything, I might give her a different alt. I might honestly make it a bit similar to how Kira's works. Like, she might be able to summon Saber Alter and that one crazed Hercules at the most, but like, other than that, I don't really know. E. I could give her Medusa. Oh no, wait, I know. Hero. I either have to remember trainee. I'll call him trainee. Because I don't really see her fight a lot, like, physically fight. Like, at the very least, what I mean by that is I don't see Sakura, like, use magic before she turns, like, all crazy. Like, most scenes in her in the anime, at the very least, are of her more being a support character until you get to the Heaven's Feel movies. So I think it would just this in general. I'd say this deals a good 20. I'd say 20 to 30%, depending on how close you are, I would say. So like, you know, it's an AoE straight line attack. It will go into you'll see like a red rectangle, and she will like just go through. Now this may change because I'm trying to think of what else she could have. T. This is where I'm trying to. Hmm. Hmm. I'll have to do more research on imaginary element, but I do know this. So X E R T consume. I want to use this because I remember this specific scene from Heaven's Feel. crazy. Either that or crazy laughed, I'm thinking. I feel like this is good. Especially for her. I have to look more info on how imaginary element works, but as far as I know of anyway, I'm trying to just think just logically of what she looked like Sakura did in that movie. I want to call her Alice because imaginary element really does remind me of Alice in Wonderland. Though I may change your name to childhood friend. But yeah, that's what we have for right now. I am liking the kneecap idea for Ilya. It's funny to me. You just kick someone right in their shins. Aim for the shins. Tomorrow I will be going over the last of the Fate Stay Night characters that I want to add and what they will have. Next, we will have to do master versions for Media, because Media will have like a master version for herself. Then the servant version of her. Then her master, which I cannot pronounce for the life of me. Kizaru or Kizakuru? Suzuki. Yeah, Suzuki. And then you got Shinji, which I have the stuff for Shinji all done. He's all done. Problem then is I'm only going to be doing these guys. I'm not going to show you what else is going to be added. I'm only really doing this to get people invested into the game, or like what's basically giving them the rundown of what's happening. Again, these things might not be added until way later. And the ideas for a bunch of these moves might change over time. This is mainly a rough draft of what's going to be happening, and I like to do these little streams to sort of get my viewers to tell me what they would want, since this is like my first game. This is the first game I'm making, so I would enjoy it if you guys told me what you would like to see, what the damage should be for some of these characters and everything like that. And I know the best way to, since you guys are playing this, the best way to know is by asking you guys in general. So again, if you guys want to know more, we do have a Discord, which I will be posting next time I stream in the description. We are also looking for people to hire, I know. I can't pay anyone just yet, but like, when I do pay, I will pay. It's not going to be a bunch of money, but at the same time, I am looking for people who are interested in helping us out with this. It's just me and one other person, and it's been slow going. Like we had a team at one point, but then a lot of people just either left or had to do other things. It's just me and this other person, and we're doing good. We're doing good. I think once Saber's done, we will drop a video, 2 videos showcasing Saber, along with a surprise video of what the game looks like and how it will be played, because then I can have my game testers come in and test out the game. But if you guys want to see more of this, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more. It really does help me out knowing what you guys want to see and everything. And if you guys are enjoying in this, like, what little development thing, like where I just show you the stage of how this development is going, that'd be great too to know. Because I honestly do like showing you guys the whole process of making this. It really, like, it's something I like to do. I think more devs should do it. I know it kind of takes away from the reveal a bit when these characters do drop in general anyway. But again, like, it really does. I feel like it's better to have your audience tell you what should be added before like you go full into it, because it's better to have like a second person tell you. Anyway, if you guys want to see more, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And my name is Bosquin, and I'll see you all later. Be sure to hit the bell to be notified on more upcoming streams and all that. Bye!